What's up, guys? Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz back again with yet another set review. I am joined today by Andy, Brian, and our special guest, the Ryan Wibberley, all the way from Canada.
Hey, I'm Wibbs. Nice to meet you guys. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're the slime expert, so we had to have you on.
Is that a good title? I don't know.
Slimiest Weiss Schwarz player.
Yikes.
NA. Nah, Wibbs is a cool dude.
But, yep, we're going to start with the trial deck, work through all the colors, as we normally do. So let's hop right into it. Moving on to the first card, we have this Rimuru. Andy, you want to tell us about it?
Yes, I do. We have Rimuru enjoying a cup of tea. This card's placed to the stage from your hand. You reveal top card of your deck. If it's a Demon Continent character, it goes to your hand and you discard a card. It's a nice little draw ditch effect. And also on play, you can discard a climax if you do salvage a Demon Continent character. I'm assuming that all the characters are Demon Continent.
Yeah, it's the common. So this is like one of the big trial deck cards, right? It's like one of the big reasons you buy the trial deck.
Is like the trial deck card.
Yeah, double ditch, double filter.
So its utility on the stick, the deck will always want to play like the pants trigger, so you get a lot of value from ditch CX salvage. And because it's hyper utility, it's a card that you always are okay with picking up at any point in the game if like you trigger a door for, off your combo or whatever. Card's really good.
Yeah, this is super solid. Big fan. I think
in general, I was thinking I'd maybe like the cowgirl, like sort of double effect better, but
cowgirl-esque, yeah.
But Ryan brings up a good point about the pants trigger, putting a lot of climaxes in your hand.
Yeah, it's less useful than a cowgirl, but it serves like the same general idea of being like a double utility on the stick card that you can play, and you save slots by getting multiple utilities. Utility effects out of that one slot.
Yeah, and it's like
it's good.
Yeah, I like that. Like even if you're level 1, somehow just like mills 2 climaxes or something. Grabbing this is always good because you're a salvage deck. You can just like always take this card. It's like an always good card to take.
Yeah, anytime you hit 0 on your level 1 combo, this is like the card to grab unless you don't have a brainstorm already.
Yeah.
It's usually this or it's the Mass Fonder, depending on how the game's going, but it's usually this card.
Yeah. This card seems really good. I'm ready. This is just a straight A.
I agree.
Yeah. Easy one.
Seems pretty good.
Well, is A the highest on the score?
No, so we go to S. We go all the way up to S, and then we also have like plus and minus.
Plus minuses?
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm actually going to give this an A+.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I'll leave it at A. That was my knee jerk.
Mm-hmm.
So.
The slime always plays 4 pants trigger because the only level 1 combo is the Shizu, which is on the pants. So this card gets inherently better because of that. That's why I'm giving it a plus.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the Shizu combo, I think this card would be a lot worse. But yeah, Shizu combo's good. This card's good.
You've won me over. I guess every deck does just play the Shizu combo. So yeah, good card. All right, we can move on.
Yeah, is this a slime? Is he like a 4 of?
No, it's like a 1 or 2, right?
This card's like a 1 to 3 of. It just depends. It's like usually when people play 4 pants 4 wind, they opt for more copies of this because they don't have the door trigger to get it when they need it as reliable. But if you play pants door, you can get away with like 1, maybe 2 at most.
Or the like greedier builds, like the 3 climax builds.
Yeah, I think that's why I gave it the B. Is just because it seems like maybe not like a 4 of. It just seems like something you like splash in, kind of.
All right, moving on. Brian, you want to tell us?
Wow. All right, we have Satoru Mikami, soon to be Sage. When this card is reversed in battle, you may pay 1 and send this card to memory. If you do, choose a Rimuru reincarnation from another world, which is, it looks like the level 1 combo from the trial deck, in your waiting room and put it rested in the slot this was in. And for the turn, that character gains resist pierce trait, resist physical attack trait, cancel pain trait, cancel temperature trait, resist electricity trait, resist paralysis trait, predation trait, and great sage trait.
I love flavor, dude.
A lot of traits.
Yeah.
This card is also traitless.
Yeah, it is traitless. That's funny. Goes down to memory, though. It removes itself from the game because this is the only card from the real world in this entire set.
You know what this would be really good in? There's in like a standard format where you can mix sets. I know there's some Haruhi card that says for each different trait on your field, it gets like extra power. It seems like an auto include in that deck.
All right. Well, it does.
Copper Highlander.
I think Haruhi's Weiss though, unfortunately.
Well, I don't know. We don't have to waste too much time on it. It does go to memory. It does grab a card, goes to memory, it removes itself.
Yeah,
The
pulls out
card
your level 1 combo.
itself is pretty fine, actually, in a vacuum, but the
Yeah.
level 1 combo is not very good. So, like, this card's inherently not good because they're tied together.
Yeah, it's like a D plus. It's not great.
I'm not even that good.
Mm.
I mean, I guess it goes to memory.
Like a
It does go to
C-.
memory.
Like in context of the trial deck, it's probably pretty good though. I don't know what the combo does, but it's
Just like on attack plus. I
Ricky
think.
for your
It's not
combo.
even Ricky. You don't even
Yeah,
have
it's
to
waiting.
yourself. It's just a pay 1 plus.
Yeah, just pay 1.
Oh, it's even better then.
Yeah, like this card in a vacuum is really good. It's just the card it's tied to is not very. So like this card
Yeah.
inherently becomes not good.
Yeah, not great.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
All right, moving on. We got this Veldora. If you're level 2 or higher, this gains the following ability. It's an act. Sack this. Choose a Rimuru Bond of Friendship, which is this 2/2 vanilla, and place it in your hand and place it in the slot this was in. So it comes from hand. Then it ditch bonds to that same card. So, yeah, you get to summon it for free. Yes, this. Bleh.
Vanilla 2/2.
In the context of the trial deck, I still don't. This is kind of bad.
I hate it.
No,
Yeah, I
even in
don't
the
like
trial
it.
deck, I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it. Not
The
good.
Plus 2 stock to neg 1. I think that's a fair
Yeah.
trade, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's not very good.
Not good. All right, Wibbs, you got this one.
I have to read cards.
Hmm?
Okay, sorry. Give me 1 sec.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, the level 1 combo. For each of your other Demon Continent characters, this card gains 500 plus 500 power, and the climax combo with the wind. When this card attacks, if naming is in the climax zone, reveal the top card of your library. For the Demon Continent character, put it in your hand, otherwise leave.
On
It's
attack
Ride
plus.
Haruna.
Yeah, on attack plus. Maybe. At least it
You make it
sits at
sound
6.
horrible. This isn't horrible. It's
No,
like,
it's not horrible. It sits at 6k cross turn full board.
Don't need a reverse.
Compared to the Chizu, this is pretty.
In context of Slime, this card's really bad.
Yeah.
Like,
Especially-
Slime has, we're not going to get there yet, but Slime has, I think, one of the better level 1 combos in the game right now.
Yeah, it kind of
So,
devalues it a
like,
little bit.
It's really hard to fight against that card.
Is the good level 1 combo? Is it just like an on attack?
Yeah,
plus?
it's on attack. It's on attack cigarettes. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, it's Hibiki, that's a 7k and goes to memory.
Yeah.
yeah.
This
card's like this card's fine on its own, and I like
Yeah,
the card that goes to memory to get it, but it's just outclassed by the other card. It sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, in a vacuum, I think it's okay though.
Why doesn't this hit on the event? The event is in the trial deck. Why doesn't this hit on the
I
event?
think I'd be inclined to agree with Brian on it.
He doesn't have the mask at this point in this story. That's why it doesn't hit
flavor.
on the event. Yeah, it's anti-flavor.
In a vacuum, I'll just give it a C. Fine. Like in a vacuum, it's on attack plus, but like comparatively, it's whatever.
And has that memory card that goes with it. I mean, it seems like a pretty good budget option if you
For a
just want to
trial
upgrade the
deck.
trial deck.
Yeah, if you're upgrading the
Like-
trial deck, I guess you could do a lot worse.
Seems like a really good for a trial deck,
Yeah, seems like
actually.
a decent package for sure.
Yeah.
All right, we can move on. Andy, it's all you. You got this guy.
This guy, he has a name, it's Gidu. Free Adventurer Guild Gidu.
Sure.
Yeah, when you play him from hand to stage, reveal top card of your deck. If it's Demon Continent, he gets a soul for the turn. So, more likely than not, going to be a 1/0/2 soul. That seems pretty good.
I was just saying you could have told me anything about what this card's name was. I would have believed you. You missed your opportunity.
Nothing beats Gidu.
I'd rather play a
that name's
vanilla.
already good enough.
Maybe
Rather
not a
play-
vanilla. I don't know. This is
What are you doing?
Hey,
And this
it
card
reveals the top
is-
card of your deck.
is better than a vanilla, but it's not.
Yeah, not good. I like that you
agreed.
see this top card.
Isn't there some card on the ban list? It's some I don't know the set it's from. It's some like robot looking dude.
It's
And he gets like an
Crayon
extra soul.
Shin-chan. It's a 107k, I think, with 2 soul, and it's and its only effect is if you have like 3 or less clock, it can attack. And it's like it's limit 1.
Hmm.
All right, D plus 2 souls. Don't like it that much.
The best C minus because 2 souls.
I mean, it reveals the top card of your deck.
It reveals the top card, and it's a 1/0 soul. That seems better than. Seems like actually get pretty solid.
Yeah, it gets 2 souls, helps you shape, shape your triggers so you can attack with those 2 souls. Seems okay.
I could see like a really aggressive slime build. Just cram 4 of these in there and go face.
That's a little too spicy for me, I think. All right, Brian, this is you.
All right, we have Free Guild Adventurer Caval. 1/0, 5500, can't side attack with Hand Encore. Character Hand Encore. It's okay.
This could have been a 6K. It would still not be great.
Trial decks need cards to fill slots.
Yeah,
they do.
Yeah, this is a spot. This is like the 2 of in the trial deck, right? They better not give you 4 of this.
If you want your playset, you're gonna have to buy 2 trial decks, unfortunately.
Of this guy.
Bushy Road. Can't believe it.
All right, 2/1. I forget this girl's name. Her name again?
Ellen.
Ellen. Okay. 2/1, 5500. All your other Demon Continent characters gain 1,000. Global 1,000. Then when you play a climax, choose one of your characters, give it 2,000.
This card's actually not that bad.
Yeah, this card's actually fine.
Like in the context of a deck that would have like a top end that requires reverses, this is arguably the best support that you could play in the set.
Yeah.
Slime isn't a deck that requires reverses at the top end to like get going or do anything. So this card loses a bit of value.
Yeah, I know there is a standby deck. I don't know if this is good enough to see playing that. I know they have the level 3 support.
Well, no, even yeah, I guess like the standby 3/2 combos on reverse, but like even then, is this worse than the 3/2 support? Probably
Maybe
just
not.
a little bit.
Just a little bit. It does give you the climax power, right? So you need to get that reverse. This is fine though. It's like still a niche card.
Yeah, it's great C.
Yeah.
C plus card. Fine.
Really dope standby target.
All right, you get the good card, Wibbs.
All right, the 3/2 Rimuru. For every marker underneath it, it gains 1,000 power. When it comes into play from hand to stage, you can heal 1, and then whenever this reverses its opponent, you can choose a Demon Continent character in your waiting room and put it face down underneath this as a mark. It's Rem, that card from ReZero everyone loves.
Yeah, this card's sick.
Yeah, this is good. This is really good. And then apparently there's a level 3 that shits this card out as like an act ability, right?
Yeah, we can talk about that when we get there, I guess. Because but you can, if you play standby, you can actually get these cards out at level 2, and then even if you don't play standby, because of your main or like the main quote unquote 3/2 finisher of the set, you can play these for 1 stock instead of 2 stocks. So you get 1 stock Rems that are 500 over spec at level 3. Like it's actually pretty good.
Oh yeah, this is just 500 over spec for Rem because it's not an early player.
Doesn't early play, yeah.
This is great. Love it. This is easy A.
Yeah.
Seems pretty good, yeah.
Is this like the primary standby target of choice that you would run in a slime deck?
Standby deck, like the 3/2 that would spawn it?
Yeah, so like basically, Andy, there's this 3/2 that you pay one, after you stand by that, you can pay 1 on your turn as an act to just summon this from your hand.
Like it changes into it?
I think it summons it from hand,
it's
right?
From hand. It is from hand.
So you play it down for 1, like at level 2. There's no restriction on it coming down at level 2 if you've standbyed out the finisher. So it's just really efficient, and it's Rem. And it comes from your hand when you do that, so you still heal.
The thing I like about Rem is that it's like really Rem is really snowbally because you get her down like right at level 2, and then you just build a clump of markers under her.
Yeah, this card doesn't snowball in the same way that Rem. Like I was being very facetious. I can't speak. Sorry, I was being like very hyperbolic when I called it Rem. Like this card has the potential to snowball, but it doesn't usually get there because of the delay, or like when it comes out. It's usually just a 1-cost heal, and 1-cost heals are pretty good by themselves.
Especially on a 2-soul body. It could potentially
and
get
the
a
rem
marker.
effect's still good, even if you're just getting it for a turn or two. You can like go into your final deck a lot more compressed.
When you Slime isn't a 1-turn kill deck. It doesn't have that kind of finishing power. So usually you do play for a 2-turn kill. So when you're playing for the 2-turn kill, this card is really good for your first turn. You don't lose resources. You get to heal, and you can potentially stabilize and get that extra turn that you need to kill them. And the markers just give you some like incidental compression if you're living more than just that next turn.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I really like it.
Seems pretty good.
Fair Rem is still good.
Fair Rem. All right, moving on. We don't got to talk about it, but there is a blank 2-soul.
That is a 2-soul climax.
Yeah, S.
See, they knew they're playing.
S+.
The trial deck has 4 copies of that 2-soul guy because you push damage.
Yeah, damage wins games.
You got to make up for the standby trigger in your deck. You got to run 2-soul and
we can just hop right to the blue ones.
Yeah, we got.
All right, Andy.
The Shizu. When you level up, you can pay 2, search your deck for a demon character, and add it to your hand. And it is a Brainstormer that draws a card for each climax.
In terms of trial deck Brainstormers, this is pretty good comparatively, right?
Pay 2+ on it. Yeah, that's fine as far as draw Brainstorms go.
That's okay. It's okay for a draw Brainstorm in a trial deck, but it's still just a draw Brainstorm.
Still just a draw.
It's not very good.
Yeah, I think the best trial deck Brainstorms are the one that's just like they're just on play filter, they're on play top check add, and then they brainstorm. I think that's been printed a lot. So this is like right under that. I think it's like just to see. It's just I can't give a Brainstorm too bad of a grade. It is a Brainstorm.
I guess
the Selfridge Brainstorm.
I think I'm with you there.
I don't like great. I really don't like the. Yeah, Wibbs convinced me. I don't want to be the only one getting it a D. But I just don't like the pay 2 search effect. It just seems like too costly and too limited when you can do it.
The effects don't go together when you think about it. Like unless you have 3 stock when like you level up into your level 1 turn, which might be hard because this is a trial deck and you're probably playing a trial deck. You're gonna have to pick between one of the 2 effects. And that makes the effect slightly worse, or the card slightly worse in my eyes.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Next one.
All right, next one.
Brian.
All right, Waterblade Rimuru. Global 5 to all of your Demon Continent characters. And it has pay 1, choose a level 0 or lower character in your opponent's front row, and send it to Waiting Room.
Rinko.
Does Rinko send to Waiting Room too?
No, Rinko's bottom deck. Rinko's better than this card.
This card sucks.
Worse than Rinko. F+.
Holy shit. Like for what it's worth, like hard removing level 0s is a very rare effect in the game. It's not printed very much anymore. And having that in a set is pretty good, depending on the meta. Because like some decks you need to hard remove certain 0s to deny them.
Yeah, Gorilla Grodd. Gotta get rid of it.
I'm sorry, is that Batman?
Yeah, it's Batman.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I agree. It's cool that they have the ability to do it. I'll bump it up to D-. Still not great.
Yeah, like just having the effect in your set, just hard remove 0s is pretty good. Like, it's pretty good if it's needed. It's just not an effect that's needed very often.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, right now in English especially, we're in the world of level 1 0s with the Goblin Slayer runner and
it just doesn't work on those.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask the Goblin Slayer runner. He gets the level, like he sets at a higher level. It's not just during battle, right?
Yes, he's just a 3K level 1. If you have 5 or more hand, so you can't kill it with him. So like in English, it loses a bit of value. Like it is good against like Kantai in English. It's pretty decent into Konosuba if you want to not risk a coin flip against the Swimsuit Megumin. What else? It's not good against the Chiri because it sends them to Waiting Room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet they love this card in Japan though. Carmen tells me they just pass turn at level 0 and they just
Sometimes
stay there for 10
do.
minutes. This card
I've watched a lot of
in
footage.
extended level 0 games.
In reality, in Japan, not a lot of people did that to me. One guy did it. He just like had level 0s and passed. But
you would do that in standby mirrors.
Standby mirrors, yeah.
Because like the mentality was that like the standby deck that hit 1 first was the one that won the game. So like you elongate 0 to try to hit 1 first.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the case with Slime.
Nope. All right, I forget this character's name. The older orc. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I watched the show. Riguru. Okay, yeah. When this plays from end of stage, mill 2, and it gains X power. X is equal to the number of characters that you mill. So it's potential 4,500. It's free mill on a stick. Otherwise, not great.
Yeah,
in context of the set doesn't have mill issues. So
nope.
If you had mill issues, then this card gets better. But you don't have mill issues, so this card is it's just sitting there.
Yep. Just a potential 45, mill 2.
Yep.
Not great. All right, it's you, Wibbs.
Okay. Pouting Shizu. Is that a pouty phase?
It looks pouty, yeah.
Alright, Pouting Shizu. When your other Demon Continent character attacks, this gains 1k power for the turn, and then it has the pay 1 Encore. So at the start of Encore phase, if you have no other rested characters in the front row, you may pay cost. If so, rest this. For standby, it's if you had no other options for a 1/1 target, this is like not a terrible 1/1 target, but this set has 2 other better 1/1s in the full booster. So this card sucks.
Yeah, not good. Another D. It's another D.
It's a D kind of trial deck.
It's not unplayable, but fine. In the context of the trial deck, these are fine though. Like pay 1, keep your card around is okay.
Yeah, I think I'd rather just have like a normal like hand encore or clock encore.
Yeah.
Or like a standby card though, I think.
Yeah, with more power than 6k.
Yeah.
That you don't have to attack, yeah.
Yeah, on your 1/1 standby target especially.
Alright, well let's move on so we can talk about my boy, Gobta. He's the only character from the show that I remember his name, other than the main character. I love Gobta. Anyway, a 2/1 backup. When you use the backup, you reveal top card of its Demon Continent, draw a discard. It's just same thing as a Leafa counter, but blue. And has a better character on it.
Leafa Punch is a bad card.
You don't like Leafa, you know it.
I hate Leafa.
Like in the context of Slime in particular, like this set doesn't have any defensive tools on the opponent's turn. So like this card acts as like a pseudo defensive turn to try to help keep yourself alive to go for the 2-turn kill. So it's like it's not that bad. Like I enjoy it. I try to play 1 in every list if I can, and most lists do opt into 1 with this card.
Okay, so yeah, I mean,
I'm definitely a fan of Leafa counter, and I mean, if you don't have a good anti-change counter or something, maybe like. I mean, you are a standby deck, so you need to defend your stuff.
Yeah, if you're playing
standby. Behind it.
Yeah, this card's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Get the B-.
I'm just a big slut for Leafa counters in general. I love running them when I can.
Going by what Ryan said, it's like, I don't know, in Sal, this, like, you have money counter. You want a 2-turn.
Yeah,
in this you don't.
A lot of other sets that have Leafa counter, they usually have like a better defensive tool, so they don't run the Leafa counter. But if you don't have a better defensive tool, you run Leafa counter usually.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
All right, we have Ranga Loyalty. When this card attacks, it gains plus X power, where X is equal to 1,000 times the number of your other Demon Continent characters. So it gets up to 12k full board, and when it becomes reversed, it goes to the bottom of your deck.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah.
I mean, at least it lets your trial deck kind of kill early plays. I'll give it the D+ for that. It lets your trial deck try to kill your opponent's early play. You're like playing a trial deck into a local. Otherwise, not great. Bad.
They even added the detrimental bottom deck effect on it when it dies.
Yeah. Oh, respect, dude. Gotta give it a drawback.
Hey,
Two
man,
when you're right, Carmen.
Bottom
Alright.
deck means you can never have a climax at the bottom of your deck.
That's true.
That's pretty powerful.
All right, just a vanilla Rimuru. It's part of that bond free summon Veldora combo. We don't have to talk about it. We can just move on. So we got this 3/2 Shizu. When this plays from hand, you look at top X, so it's a potential top check 5. Add a card. Dig for climaxes, and then also on attack, pay 3, ditch 2, burn 5. The Paul Clinton card.
Shoutouts to Paul Clinton.
Yeah, it's a burn 5 card. Yeah, I don't know. At least it has top check X. At least it has.
X, yeah.
The issue with the cantrip is that the win combo Reamer, the other 3/2 that spawn stuff is check 3, so you don't actually need any cantrip or dig.
Oh, you just don't need it.
A lot of overlap, maybe.
It loses value. This set has like another CX-less finishing profile with the 3/2 million double R, which is better because burn 1 clock kicks better than burn 5. So this card just doesn't really have a place anywhere.
Man, this poor trial deck is outclassed.
Maybe as like a one of standby target, just to pull out at level 2 and maybe
push for
get
game
a big
early.
burn damage.
Maybe.
I guess. I don't know. I don't like it though.
But I think like maybe a one of, and that's if you.
I would rather stand by the Milim, do that instead.
Yeah, I mean, in a vacuum, I think the card is okay, but it sounds like it's outclassed.
The card is perfectly fine in a vacuum. It just doesn't work in the context of the set.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe when season 2 finally airs and we get set 2, this card becomes pretty. It could happen.
Yeah, maybe it's better when you don't run the top check 3 Rimuru. Although I don't know, that combo's pretty good. All right, another important card in the trial deck. This is you, Wibbs. Talk about the mask.
Okay, this is the best card in the trial deck, by the way. Just gonna say that right now.
Okay.
So it's a 1/1 blue event, Shizu's Mask. When you play it, search your deck for any Demon Continent character, add it to your hand, and then you send this to memory. So it's Yellow Pendant from Nisekoi, if anyone remembers those olden days.
Yeah, it is Yellow Pendant. 1/1, remove a card from your deck, go to memory. And this does have a bonder, right? So you can reliably get this.
Yeah, this card has a 0/0 that deck bonds to it, so it's just on play, discard a character, search your deck. Your 1/0 combo, when it goes to memory, it has the top check. It top checks for the mask as well. And the Chieri in this set is a level 1 or higher Chieri, so you can actually grab this event off of your Chieri.
Oh, so you have multiple ways to get it.
Or bond to it. Yes.
Oh, yeah, that makes it very better. That makes it so much better.
Seems pretty good.
Yeah.
The context of the set with everything, yeah.
Yeah, so like we haven't really got there yet, but what Slime wants to do ideally is it wants to be like a hyper compression memory style kind of deck that heals. It's not like a hyper finisher kind of deck. So this card plays into the hyper compression memory style. Like it gives you immediate compression, and then because it sends itself to memory, even though you paid the stock, you go compression neutral, but it removes itself from the game, so you always get that compression, and then your opponent can't ever touch it or interact with it.
Yeah.
Nice compression on first deck too. But is it, do you ever have trouble hitting colors for this? Because it sounds like your combo level 1's yellow, right?
No, it's blue.
Oh, it's blue?
Yeah, it's off pants too, so.
Yeah, okay. It's all blue. Color is never an issue. So this card is really good in the context of the set.
Yeah, in a vacuum, I'm still gonna dock it because it's an event, but I'll give it a B+. Fine.
I mean, what's wrong with it being an event? If anything, this effect on an event is better than on a character.
Yeah, it's better than on a character. Yeah, the fact that the set has ways to grab it. My issue with events is that you have to hard draw them a lot of the time. And
but Slime doesn't have that issue, which we'll see when we go forward, I guess. But yeah, that is fair. See, the fact that it's an event actually makes this card better in my eyes because you don't have to give up a board space to get
you can just play it.
I'm sorry. Usually when you do a drop search effect, you have to play a drop searcher on board, and drop searchers are bad cards on the board unless you're Grisaya.
I guess, yeah.
Carmen, pay very close attention.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say my argument falling apart. This is a very different situation.
Thank you for telling me. Oh my god, Wibbs, you're in the Discord now. You can scroll back through and read our argument earlier about another 1/1 event.
They've been talking about 1/1 events all day.
Yeah, so we've been having an argument. Yeah, but
yeah, I'll read that later. But yeah,
this is a very different situation.
This card is way better than the one we were arguing about.
Events don't concede board space, which is extremely valuable in this game, and I think it's actually something that people tend to undervalue. Like when the set first came out, I didn't really think of this card because I thought I could just play a drop searcher and get the same effect because they do the same thing. But having a drop searcher on board and then losing the potential compression that this card can give you made games go worse for me than they should have.
I've
been destroyed by Flax and Logic.
You know,
better.
in standby decks too, which this is, filling up a board space with a drop searcher limits your ability to actually play standby climax or trigger ring.
Yeah, a little
bit.
Slime usually isn't a standby deck, but if you do play standby, which you can, then yeah, then you have another like issue with board. But like just in general, most decks have a hard time fielding a drop searcher without conceding a lane, and that's usually a really bad thing. Like especially when you're drop searching early game at like level 1 or something to get like your second or third combo piece, you have to give up like a back row slot for a better card, or you have to concede a lane in the front row. Those are both bad options.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
What else? Like, and also like at 1, usually Slime has 2 ideal back row cards, which we'll get to, but it's like a brainstorm and a stock generation card, which is usually what they want to play. So you don't even have the back row slot in most games to like field the drops, which makes Mask even better.
So what would you rate the card, all things considered?
I mean, in a vacuum, I would rate like Yellow Pendant like a B plus, but in the context of Slime, I'm gonna give this an A-. The fact that you have multiple ways to get it without just having the hard draw, it makes this card infinitely better than what it should be.
I never thought I'd see the day, Carmen.
Yeah.
A 1/1 event, getting an A on this channel from someone other than me.
Oh no.
This
is very good.
You don't know how many accounts I'm gonna make on YouTube to like this video. This is gonna be our most liked video.
This is a very different context here. Like, it goes to memory, deck thins, gets what you want.
It kind of sounds like I'm right and you're wrong.
Yeah, sure, whatever. This is the last card. It's just an empty pants. Just a pants. And yeah, that's the trial deck. What do we think of the trial deck overall? It seems
okay.
For an English trial deck, it seems pretty good for new players.
Seems like a really good trial deck to me. Like the
trial deck
is finisher is fine in a trial deck, and then you have the bond or the goes to memory to grab your slime.
The trial deck's like actually pretty competent for a trial deck, and it has all of the moving pieces that a real deck would have. So if someone like buys it to learn the game, then they would actually be seeing like what a quote unquote real deck would look like. You have an advantage. You have like an early game advantage card that goes into a level 1 combo, which gives you even more advantage. You have like anti-early play techs. You have finishers and healers at level 3. It's like overall, it's like not that bad.
Yeah, it's like very, very normal compared to an actual deck, which is good. This is the first one we've seen in a while that doesn't have one of the single lane plussing level 1 combos, which I like because those aren't as common in other decks. It's just a normal level 1 combo. Yeah, so it's a little bit more normal, and you have a way to get into it with the memory bond thing, so that's pretty good as well. But yeah, pretty good trial deck. I think that's it for the trial deck. We'll see you guys in yellow. That's the first color. See you guys in the next video.